Alright, back for another match. This hand is fine. We're on the play. It's probably the worst turn 2 play we can have with this sort of hand. We'd rather be able to draw a card or scry or whatever, but still got a solid curve going. Could even crack this puzzle off if we wanted to on turn 3. Tune with the Aether. Alright, land was good. Looks like my opponent's also doing some sort of Aetherworks Marvel shenanigans. So, thing to consider here, I have nothing else to do with my mana, so I could sack the Puzzle Knot, which is really good if I draw an Aetherworks Marvel, but really bad if I draw a Colossus. But I think I'm still going to sacrifice it, just to have the potential to quote-unquote go off next turn, because in this sort of matchup, it sort of favors the person who's you know, doing their busted thing first in the Aetherworks Marvel mirror. Nest Crane, yep. My opponent just whiffed. Looks like they did. Do I sacrifice? I think I'm gonna hold off. Even if I do draw the the marble, I don't think, like, I could just, you know, play it next turn and still have the mana to sacrifice the Puzzle Knot if I needed to. And this just shuts me off of a potential Colossus. Alright, he gets a Lumbering Balls to his hand. Sure. Another Archive. I can play Archive into Familiar, or I can just play a Drowner. Drowner doesn't do a ton right now. 7. We could Drowner and have the potential to play Part the next turn, I guess. It's probably better to get on the board than continue ramping into nothing. 3, 4, 5, 6. Not going to tap his Glint Nest, obviously. Keep my guys around as mana sources or whatever. There's a Marble. He doesn't have mana to use it right now. Or energy to use it, rather. Let's go ahead and draw. Another Sanctum. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I think I'm going to awaken this Part the Water Veil, sacrificing one of my Scions. I could sacrifice both of my Scions, and that would allow me to attack with the land right away. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I have just enough mana to do that. And that will force him to chump with this Glint Nest Crane and turn off potential, whatever it's called, Elder Deep Fiend emerges, I guess. And then if I draw like another part, I think that's game. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna awaken onto the untapped island. I have to use an energy, I guess, for this. But I think I'm... let's reconsider really quickly. Would I rather awaken onto a different land? I don't think I do. Spending 1 energy is not that big of a cost, so... Blue, blue, blue. Awaken onto island. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. For 11, he's going to be forced to chump here. Not great. So he's going to get to go off with his Marvel. Hopefully we'll be able to do enough to kill him before then, or at least present lethal through some sort of disruptive element. Barrel hope his marble doesn't do anything too absurd. He's gonna scry upkeep. Bottom, top. And he draws the card. Interesting. Puzzle knot, okay. So he'll be able to do this twice. Right, he's just gonna marvel right away. Fingers crossed. Emrakul. Ugh. Alright, well, could be worse. I think I can fight through that. He's gonna get to eat one of my guys, but then I untap and I have some outs to just kill him. Interesting, he's going for my archives. Okay. Deadlock trap. If it entered untapped, I could win here, but he's just going to spend my energy. It's to be expected. Might want to crack my puzzle knot as well. He's going to play Glint Nest and let it fizzle. Alright. Just gonna chump attack here. Let's see what I can draw. Another puzzle knot, not what we were looking for. So options. Guess I'm just playing out my two artifacts. I could attack with my Filigree Familiar just to draw a card, but that seems not great because then I can't present lethal the next turn. Also has this Lumbering Falls to worry about. He untaps. But the second marble worries me. We're gonna play Puzzle Knot. Deadlock Trap. And pass. Just fingers crossed that his marble doesn't find something else absurd. This deck looks much more all in on the Aetherworks marble plan. Lots of cards that don't really do anything. Not to put his deck down, of course, but his marbles are more powerful, but his deck is more reliant on the marble to function, if that makes sense. He's got a decision on this Anticipate, looks like. Looks like he's gonna wait till my turn to use the marble, or at least attack first, I guess. Seems kind of risky with those blessings. I guess he has the Puzzle Knot as well to gain enough life to survive. Fair enough. As long as he doesn't do something too absurd. He's just gonna wait for my turn. Interesting. Just draw. Ugh. Drawing these lands are kind of killing me now. Combat. How much am I willing to attack with? I think just Familiar. If he hits like a creature to block, it's really bad. I think I'm just gonna send. If he hits something monstrous, so be it. I kind of have to try to put pressure on him at some point. Ew, not Ulamog. I think that's game because he just hits my deadlock trap. Yep, I just concede. Alright. He got marble going faster and better than me, so whatever, happens. This is where I like Elder Deep Fiend to mess with his mana. I don't think I like Deadlock Trap. It's pretty good at dealing with Emrakul, but might just not do enough. I definitely like some of these counter spells. Ceremonious Rejection, Negate. Those can come in. We'll trim on 1. Deadlock Trap. Puzzle Knot's kind of a necessary evil to get Aetherworks Marble going. All this other big stuff can stay. I could cut the Filigree Familiar, although it makes my Deep Fiend a little worse, and I think I want Kozilek. I just want to increase the power level of the average Aetherworks Marble. So let's trim on some of the fat. This will get rid of the caravans, or not the caravans, the deadlocks. Maybe 1 Colossus. I think I just want to have my fastest nut draw possible on the play. What else can I afford to cut? 1 Glint Nest because I'm bringing in more non-creature spells, or non-artifact spells rather. And then like 1 Colossus, I guess. Give this a shot.